Hey Internet, Jack here, and I'm here to review the West End musical Miss Saigon. So, Miss Saigon is a love story set just after the Vietnam War. It follows the story of a 17-year-old Vietnamese prostitute and a 19-year-old American army soldier who works in the US Embassy in Vietnam. Okay, so Miss Saigon has been running since 1989 and will be running up until the 28th of February 2016. It's a pretty good story. The acting and music was very good. But I have a few small-ish problems with it. I'll go over the good things first, then we'll get to my little picky things. So, the orchestra that they had for the musical was brilliant. They didn't mess up at all, and the conductor kept them in perfect harmony. A couple of the good songs that they played were Movie in My Mind, which is quite near the start of the performance in the first act, and then Room 317, which is quite near the end of the second act. Another good point to the musical was the character, the engineer. He was always cracking jokes about American culture during the 60s and 70s. It's like Elvis references, smoking cigars, blue suede shoes, that sort of thing. And the engineer had some good songs as well. Let's see. Like, The American Dream, that was by far his best song. I would probably say the best song in the entire show. Just because it was the most like a song and wasn't trying to tell a story through the lyrics that weren't rhyming in most of the other songs, but a lot of them did rhyme in this one, so I found that very appealing. Now on to the negative points. The romance in it seemed really rushed. Chris and Kim had one night of sex, which Chris's friend John paid for, and then after one conversation after the sex, they decide they love each other. I don't really think that's how quick love works. My next point against the musical being good, is the weapons used in it. There were 4 main types of weapons. The AK-47 assault rifle used by the Vietnamese soldiers, which was available at the time and was created in 1947, hence the name AK-47, but it wasn't a really known gun for people outside of Russia to use, where the gun was created, but it was used by some soldiers in the Vietnam War, so first one, not that bad, but not that obvious. Better gun for them to use, I think, would have been the PPSH assault rifle, but that's just a personal preference. The pistol used by Kim's first lover and the person she was meant to get married to was an M1911, which was actually a good choice by the director. M1911 was produced in 1911 and is still in production today, and was most commonly used in World War II and the Vietnam War, so perfect on that front. Final good gun was the M16 assault rifle used by the American soldiers. Again, really good choice, perfect for the time era, created sometime during the 50s, I'm not exactly sure when, since a lot of different websites say different things. But now we get to the revolver pistol, which Chris gives to Kim. The gun's called an IOF-32. It was created in India in 1995. When the gun is used in the play, it's set in 1979, I believe. So, huge historic mess up there. But anyway, the story was, as I said, rushed on the love side, but good on the comedy side. And the costumes were very well created and suited the characters which they were being put on. But I don't think that it was that good of a story, so it only gets a 6 out of 10 from me. As I said, love story rushed, the IOF-32, wrong time period for that gun, and one final note before I end this, the child that comes out in the second act, which is Chris and Kim's, which they had after one night of love, which definitely would have happened since Chris probably wouldn't have used a protection. Anyway, the kid really acted well. The one I saw acted as if Kim was actually their mother, and so I have to give them full props for that. Brilliant performance. But still, 6 out of 10. Could have been better. Okay. Bye.